is it a stereotype or is it like representation?
30 years ago, BET emerged as the first and only TV channel that catered to black audiences. Since then, it has become a fixture on cable TV, recognized for notable award shows and original shows like
Yo, who missed that 106 and Park show? Like I ain't gonna lie, I missed the show. I missed that show. I ain't gonna hold you.
Review and Teen Summit. However, it's also faced criticism for its low quality production and negative portrayal of the black community. Over the last 3 decades, BET has experienced both controversy and success. Founder Robert Johnson has defended the channel against critics, asserting that only a small elite group is ever dissatisfied with the programming. However, with free content on YouTube and a growing range of on-demand TV apps, BET is gradually losing its appeal among its core audience. Whether BET will still exist in 10 years or resemble its former self remains uncertain, making the investigation of its history even more intriguing. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the rise and fall of BET. So without further ado, let's go. The idea for BET came to Robert Johnson, the channel's founder and longtime CEO, after sharing a taxi ride with a stranger. The conversation that they had led to the idea of a TV channel that was specifically made for African Americans. Born in 1946 in Hickory, Mississippi, Johnson was the ninth of 10 children. His parents, a school teacher and a farmer, moved the family to Freeport, Illinois during his childhood. Johnson decided to attend college one day while he was sitting in an all-white English class during high school. The teacher asked, "How many of you are going to college?" Johnson felt too embarrassed not to raise his hand when every other student did. Despite his academic success,
Yeah, well, hold on. Let me replay that.
every other student. One day, while he was sitting in an all-white English class during high school, the teacher asked, "How many of you are going to college?" Johnson felt too embarrassed not to raise his hand when every other student did. Despite his academic success, he initially planned to go to work after high school, just like the rest of his siblings. However, the encouragement of his teacher led him to apply at the University of Illinois. Johnson was accepted into college, making him the first in his family to have that opportunity. He vowed to always make the most of the opportunities that came his way when surrounded by the right people at the right time. During college, Johnson considered pursuing a teaching degree or joining the Foreign Service to eventually become an ambassador. This led him to Princeton University, where he studied international affairs. He also joined the well-known African-American fraternity Kappa Alpha Psi, which emphasizes the importance of high achievement in college and life. Johnson entered the cable industry quite unexpectedly. After spending a few years in DC, he met a woman at a party who persuaded him to try working as a cable TV lobbyist. Despite knowing nothing about cable TV, Johnson followed her advice, applied, and landed a job as vice president of cable TV at the National Cable Television Association. By 1976, Johnson had shifted from considering a career in teaching to focusing on wealth accumulation. His main responsibility at the NCTA was to lobby Congress to lift restrictions on cable networks like the newly established HBO and the Movie Channel. As he made a name for himself, Johnson worked closely with the cable network entrepreneurs and executives in the industry, acquiring knowledge about cable technology, marketing, budgeting, and programming. During this time, he began contemplating starting his own business. As the cable industry expanded, executives sought original programming ideas to compete with traditional broadcast networks. During this time, Johnson noticed a growing overlook of black audiences eager for representation. At the 1979 NCTA convention, Johnson, who was still vice president, ran into Bob Rosencrantz near the men's room at the Las Vegas Hilton. Rosencrantz, the vice president of the United Artists of Columbia Cablevision division, had some unused TV spots on one of his 3 cable channels. Johnson requested 2 hours of programming on one channel for Friday nights to showcase black content. Rosencrantz immediately embraced the idea, hoping it would attract more subscribers to his channels. On August 8, 1979, Robert Johnson announced the establishment of Black Entertainment Network, or BET, with plans to launch the network in January of that year. Johnson resigned from his job and secured a $15,000 loan to cover the network's initial operating cost. Initially, BET aired for 2 hours every Friday night as a programming block on the Madison Square Garden Sports Network, which later became the USA Network. BET transitioned to a 24-hour operation in October of 1984. In 1991, Johnson took the company public, making BET the first black-controlled company listed on the New York Stock Exchange. Building revenue for BET was a challenging task. The channel struggled financially in its first 6 years, in part because it received one of the lowest monthly subscriber fees in the cable industry. Local cable franchises pay network these fees based on their ratings and potential to attract new customers. BET earned a mere 2 cents per subscriber, while major networks like TNT, USA, and PBS received 15 to 20 cents. Johnson attributed BET's difficulties partly to racial bias, as the industry undervalued black consumers. However, research showed that black viewers watched 50% more television than white viewers and had significantly more disposable income and were particularly more brand loyal to the advertisers that targeted them. Eventually, Johnson transformed BET into the largest minority cable channel in the United States, reaching 66 million households monthly. He focused on keeping costs low and finding affordable ways to offer programming. Instead of investing in costly original content, Johnson primarily aired pre-existing music videos and sitcom reruns. Critics weren't very kind to him,
They still do to this day.
accusing him of setting the bar too low. Despite the emphasis on cost efficiency, BET's programming covered a diverse array of topics such as comedy, news, current affairs, and music videos. In 1998, BET introduced the news program BET News, featuring Ed Gordon as its news anchor. Gordon later hosted additional shows and specials on the network, including Black Men Speak Out, the aftermath of the 1992 Los Angeles riots, and the recurring interview show Conversations with Ed Gordon. Gordon became one of the network's most prominent anchors for years to come. In 1996, BET introduced the news talk show BET Tonight, hosted by Tavis Smiley. Other original programs on BET included Teen Summit, which began in 1989 as a platform for young people to discuss relevant topics, and Comic View, which was a stand-up comedy series that started in 1992. BET also broadcasted several successful award shows, such as the BET Awards, which started in 2001 and has become a major annual event in black entertainment. Although BET has achieved success, it has also faced criticism for its programming choices and allegations of promoting negative stereotypes about black people. To address these concerns, BET has worked to enhance its image and broaden its programming by introducing new shows and specials that promote positive portrayals of black people and culture. As the cable TV landscape evolves, the future of BET and similar channels still remain uncertain. Teen Summit was a talk show where teens from across the country discussed real-life topics. The show often featured performances from popular acts at the time, such as Tupac, Escape, The Fugees, and Destiny's Child. The show was praised for providing content that resonated with black youth. Uncut and Uncensored was a notorious late-night music video program known for playing videos deemed too risque for daytime television. Running from 2000 to 2006, the show garnered significant controversy for airing some of hip-hop's most sexually explicit content. Video Soul, which first aired on June 26, 1981, was initially a half-hour program created in response to MTV's reluctance to feature videos by African-American artists. Virgil Hemphill, also known as Reverend Alvarado, was the show's original host. Later, Donnie Simpson became the series' most well-known VJ, joining a few years after his debut. Comic View, a comedy showcase that aired from 1992 to 2008, featured a rotating cast of hosts, including Cedric the Entertainer and Ricky Smiley. This show introduced many future big-name comedians to audiences way before they made it to network television or a big screen. 106 in Park, which premiered in 2000, was a video countdown show initially hosted by then unknowns AJ and Free. Airing Monday through Friday for 14 years, it became BET's highest rated program. The show, originally produced in Harlem, New York, took its name from the initial studio location at East 106th Street and Park Avenue. Over the years, BET has aired more than 3,000 episodes of various series, contributing to the success of many hip-hop and R&B stars who frequently appeared on the top 10 list. College Hill, a reality show, aired between 2004 and 2009, and it showcased the lives of 10 students living together in a house while attending historically black colleges and universities. The show captured parties, fights, and campus life at institutions such as Southern University, Langston University, Virginia State, and the University of the Virgin Islands. Rip the Runway, which premiered in 2005, is an annual fashion and music event hosted by different celebrities each year, including Nicki Minaj, Eva Pickford, and Boris Kojo. The show celebrates cutting-edge designers alongside innovative hip-hop and R&B artists. Sunday's Best, a gospel music competition, aims to discover the best
Now, Sunday's Best, I remember, like, Sunday's best like comes around like in the summertime, in the summertime, bro. Like some like it comes around like I remember, bro, cause I used to watch it like not all the time, but I used to watch it, bro. It usually like it airs around like summer, like
Over gospel talent in America. Hosted by music artist Kirk Franklin and featuring judges like Erica Campbell, Kelly Price, and Jonathan McReynolds, the show is backed by some of the genre's biggest stars. The BET Honors has continued to celebrate the lives and accomplishments of African American trailblazers. Established in 2008, this event takes place every February during Black History Month. Another annual event, Black Girls Rock, has been showcasing the achievement of black women in entertainment, medicine, business, philanthropy, and other fields since 2007. Notable honorees include actress Pam Grier, activist Angela Davis, singer and songwriter Alicia Keys, icon Cicely Tyson, and ballerina Misty Copeland. In 1998, Robert Johnson took BET private and later sold it to the media titan Viacom in 2001 for a staggering $3 billion. This deal included $2.3 billion in Viacom stock and turned Johnson into the first African American billionaire. Johnson remained CEO until 2006. In 2002, BET announced the cancellation of lead story BET Tonight with Ed Gordon. Later in 2014, Teen Summit and 106 in Park also ended due to waning viewership for music video and countdown shows on cable television. BET introduced 2 sitcoms from Tyler Perry Studios to its lineup in 2020. While the network has transitioned away from airing music videos, which were often criticized for their explicit nature and content, several public figures like rap group Public Enemy, filmmaker Spike Lee, and cartoonist Aaron McGruder had previously protested aspects of BET's programming. In its prime, BET consistently offered insight into crucial community issues through daily news shows and special programs. However, nowadays, with 90% of the content on BET consisting of sitcoms or outdated movies, there seems to be little to no reason to watch the channel. While BET occasionally does something positive, such moments are increasingly rare. The network needs a fresh approach, as endless reruns have become tiresome, and there's more to the black community than the party and struggle stories featured in their movies. If BET doesn't incorporate some more meaningful content into their lineup, it's hard to imagine the network thriving in the long run. The channel's vitality is already dwindling. What's your opinion? Do you plan on watching BET in the near future? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, that's
the vid. Yeah, bro. Like, let me know what y'all think, bro. Like, feel me? Like, what is if y'all do watch BET, what is your favorite show on BET to watch, bro? What is your favorite BET show? All right, bro. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the vibes. So if you're just checking out, you are.